Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. I just had to throw in a small little piece because that's something I cannot ignore, especially after the crash happened right at the end of last week's stream, and at the time I had no idea. That really messed up everyone's day. I couldn't function properly that day. That was the most horrible crash I've ever seen in any motorsport event. So I know I never even mentioned Antoine Hubert ever in a stream, but it's never a good thing when a driver dies during a race weekend. So even though I'm not connected at all to that family, my condolences go out to the Hubert family. I know it's kind of a week late, but it has to be addressed. I'm glad that the race went on. Charles got a win, which I think was really poetic. So we just have to continue on. Because these drivers put their lives at risk every time they step into the car. So, that being said, rest in peace, Antoine Hubert. Let's get on with the show. So, we are back with Asphalt 9. Sorry for that kind of sad intro. But, I just had to address it, and I have a little tribute. Instead of a fun GIF or something, I'm just going to have the photo in the bottom right corner, because that's what we're doing today. It's a small little send-off. So, in Asphalt 9, this week, we got a brand new event. McLaren Senna is finally here, and it's also trash, this event. So, basically, it's like any other special event. You got stages by the day, you have multiple cars, yada yada yada. There's just one major change that makes this horrible. It's these condition requirements. You want to know how to get these condition requirements? You notice there's 500. You have to play every race, including the repeats. So you see this 20 times to get these credits. You have to play all 20 races to get the maximum amount of conditions from this event. That is the biggest waste of time ever that they've done. Forcing you to do the useless races to progress through the event. The dumbest part about the whole ordeal is that to unlock the little competition at the end where you can compete for top 10 or whatever, you need 300 of these. So, on top of the stupid rank requirements that we're going to see, it's pretty much impossible if you don't play a lot. You need to grind a lot for these. I know there's 500, so there's some leeway, but you have to grind something. And it doesn't make sense with, especially the Senna, has a 6-hour refill time. You have to do this cycle 7 times in order to maximize this event. Which, if you didn't spend tokens at all, you get basically 4 cycles in a full 24-hour cycle. So it would take you a little less than 2 days, but that is stupid of just grinding. So anyway, with that being said, stage 2 is here. We only have, I guess, 1 blueprint to gain from here, but there's another 20 races, another 20 conditions here. That's just thrown out the drain. I'm not going to grind that for just puny credits. So what's the time goal? Beat it with the homage. We'll do that. Audio's not good. I need to reset it. I'll take your word for it. I don't know why it keeps doing this error, but give it the good old IT solution. I think it has something to do with if you plug in your laptop before you do streaming. Yeah, you can watch ads to speed up the refills, but it doesn't help with the community is trying to rally against watching ads because of their disapproval of the Jesko event. And I think if you continue that, you can send an even bigger message because they want you to watch the ads to give them additional revenue, which I think is pretty scummy. Anyway, hopefully the audio is good now. BMW homage, let's go. Yeah, F3 had a nasty wreck today too, but thankfully the driver was okay. But that was just not a good sight to see, especially after last weekend. The worst part is I don't even know what can be addressed about safety for the future, because that was like a 1 in a trillion kind of instance. The car basically got hit 3 times. First into the barrier, the second time by Correa, and then he hit the barrier again from like the momentum. Unfortunately, there is no way that car could have survived. If that was an F1 car, if that was a GT car, if there was any kind of car with that kind of impact, T-bone at 180 miles an hour. There is no other outcome for that. It's like the most unfortunate thing to ever go through. And unfortunately, the tragedy doesn't end there, because for the other driver, Juan Manuel Correa, it just got revealed yesterday that he's going through acute respiratory failure, which unfortunately has a 50% death rate. So, I know everybody hopes he recovers, but at this point, what can you do? He's stuck. We got a Hasaria blueprint. He's stuck, hoping that he could survive it. And I know he's a very fit driver, so his chances of surviving are probably increased. But it's still not something that you'd want a driver to go through. He might never race again, which is really sad. I must feel horrible for Huber's teammate. It's Tatiana Caldron. Callum Eilat was Correa's teammate, and he took pole position, so that must have been really emotional. Giuliano Alisi, he was also involved in the crash, but he was okay. That must be horrible. It's just a horrible situation for F2. And it's sad because that is the first tragedy, that's the first fatality that's happened in an F1 race weekend since Senna in 1994. I know Bianchi had an incident 5 years ago, but it took him a few months for him to succumb to his injury. This happened on the spot, which is really sad. You know, we believe that, you know, these cars are safe enough. We see the crashes like Spa last year, Ericsson in Italy last year, Alonso in 2016. These drivers survive these crazy crashes. And then just bad stuff happens. So if you're also, you know, if this is the first time you witness a driver fatality, you're not alone. Because this is pretty hard for all of us. I want to bring this to a more lighter note, but I don't know how I could transition this, so F1 qualifying today. What the hell was Q3? That was the dumbest session I have ever seen. And F3, actually, they had a similar situation where everyone was blocking each other on the back straight. So nobody can get a flying lap going, and it messed up everyone else's flying laps that were going in progress. So it was only inevitable that something like this would go on to F1. And, well, 8 drivers ended up not starting their final lap because of Nico Hulkenberg, Lance Stroll, and Carlos Sainz holding up the entire pack after the first chicane. Ferraris wanted to get on with it, and Leclerc made it through, but he was already on pole, so he had no real reason besides to give Seb a potential tow, but Seb didn't even make it to the line. Neither did anyone else. And then, ironically, Sainz ends up starting his lap, even though he was part of the reason why everybody got held up. Everyone wanted a slipstream. So we just cycle through races, see if we can get another Hysteria blueprint, and of course with the drop rates. That is bad luck protection, totally. But, nothing there. We got some more conditions, though. We're now at 26. We get a blueprint for the Senna. That will help, kind of. 300 is when you get the last Senna blueprint, but then you can get some input parts, and if you're such a mad lad that you want to do every single race, you can get a decal. I don't know who's going to complete every single race. Because how many stages are there? Like 25? 24. 23, I guess that count, but... Anyway, let's go to Club Rewards. We got some Vantage blueprints to claim. And yeah, here we go. Daily events. We're still doing the Lancer cycle. There's some pretty nice stuff, but it's mostly rims. We got a car hunt for the TVR Griffith. And I've already unlocked the TVR. But you're limited to only 80 races, so not many people are going to, for free, get this car up to a good rank. Then we got our usual cups. Guess we can take a look at the TVR car and see if we can get some blueprints. Let's use the Elise for this cycle. Thankfully it's only one fuel, which is something really nice. I'm glad they dropped that. But still, it's a car hunt. What do you think about the club rewards? Well, there was a pack today. That was pretty useless for me. There's a blueprint. It could be good. But again, only the top tier clubs are going to get far into this event. And I don't even have some of the required cars. Like, you're going to need a maxed Hysteria, a maxed Vantage, maxed 570S. So this stuff I don't have. On top of having to grind for conditions, this event is just boring, uninspired, and most importantly, pay to win again. So, you think GEL can outdo themselves in Jesko Event? They sure can. WRC in 2010. Kubica did rally. I'm not sure if he did WRC. We got a blueprint. He had his rally incident in 2011. But I don't think that was WRC. And then Alonso's doing his Dakar rally test. Sans got added to Smash. I know. My floor went crazy when that announcement was made. Michael Schumacher. We just hope he wakes up at this point. I don't think he'll race again. But I hope he's still around. It's just news is kind of scarce. So the TVR, at least at one star, sucks. And it's like a carbon copy of the 911 Targa. Absolutely horrible nitro, acceleration, handling, everything. But it's got really good top speed for the class. Carlos Sainz Sr. was a rally driver. He was a rally champion, actually. Dirt Rally is free, yeah, and Humble Bundle. I already had it, though. But that car sucks. It's not fun to drive, at least not at 1 star. The Elise is much more fun of a car. Yes, we messed around with the DLC tents last week on stream. Or GT, that's one of the more easy cars to get. I think you can actually get it through career. If not, they're always offered in the weekly cups. F1 on Twitter. I never saw Twitter or something. I saw Reddit explode when Q3 happened, but I wonder what all the other social medias were like. 'Cause that was the most messy qualifying session I've ever seen. So that means tomorrow's grid is kind of messed up. We got Charles P1, but then we got the two Mercedes and then Seb. So kind of a Singapore situation from 2017, where it's like, not in a good spot. So we have to wait and see. There's rumors that it's going to rain tomorrow, so if it rains, Mercedes is going to have the pace advantage anyway. But Ferrari's out of position, because they should have lined up 1 and 2 for this weekend. And I think if that Q3 debacle didn't happen, Seb would have gotten at least P2. Because Ferrari has the qualifying advantage. It seems their car is really good in quali, but really bad over multiple laps. Ooh, we got a bump there. Best accelerating is the Rizvani, as far as I can tell. The Senna's also got pretty decent acceleration at max, but yeah, the Viper ACR is also pretty good, but not as good as the Beast. The Elise is really good. Not much. We aren't getting any blueprints from this cycle either, though. We got that one at the beginning, and haven't seen anything else. Ricardo got 5th. Did he? Oh yeah, Renault was really good today for some reason. They're where they should have been at the start of the season, you know. Almost up at the top, but best of the midfield. So I don't know where they got that pace from, but maybe it's their 1,000 horsepower engine from Cyril Irritable. I mean Cyril Beeple. Or Squirrel Irritable. Whatever Christian Horner wants to call him. Also, the Honda engine is back to the meme mode, and I think it's because Alonso's at the Italian Grand Prix weekend, so the Honda engine went right back to its Honda ways. And the Renault engine, of course, seems good now. Typical Alonso luck. You gotta blueprint that one. One more race, and then we're gonna switch to multiplayer. We got another stupid month-long rush season in the classic category. And then we got something for the, it's like the King of the Fall. Why don't I use action camera? Because I prefer close camera. I just like it better. It's all personal preference. There's no real advantage you get from using action. It's just how... just how you want to see the lap. But I prefer to see the cars a bit more close up. I don't think it gives you that much of a disadvantage, if any. You could see further ahead instead of... Action cam is like more looking down. I don't know. But I prefer to use close. So that was the last race, and we got triple credits. That's a symbol of what Asphalt 9's come to. I'm surprised... I'm going to be surprised if this game lasts another year, because it's looking very grim, and I don't have a good feeling, because it's only been a year, and they've already, like, ingested everything in terms of pay-to-win aspects. We have to use one of these starter cars. Oh god, what do we start with? I feel like the Camaro LT actually might be the best option. Let's give that a shot. The base car. This game's alive, but I don't know for how much longer. Ready to spend tokens? I don't mind getting the Apollo 570S up, but we're back to that way of having to spend tokens on everything instead of like fixing older cars. I want to get the Huayra to 6 stars already, and they haven't done anything with that in months. Say go, I've already forgot, but it's the first race, so it's unlikely you'll find me anyway, at least in these really low leagues. Also, small update, I guess, from the I'm in Control event, that last one. I was able to actually, on the second to last pack, get the A12 super fast. I got like 3 good drops in a row. Like 3 good openings. Like I got a 4 blueprint, a 3 blueprint, and a 4 blueprint. And that was enough to give me a 1-star A12, which was pretty happy with that. Get those extra Ganti blueprints. Still don't have the Ganti itself, but you know, it's something. At least I got 2 cars for relatively cheap, but still, 18,000 tokens for the Jesko. That's about what average, 18 to 20,000, what people spent for the Jesko. That is so stupid. And that's given you didn't have a maxed Alfieri, and if you did, maybe it was a little less, but actually I think it's the other way around. If you didn't have the maxed Alfieri already, and people are blaming, oh, you should have played the 450 race car hunt to max out the Alfieri. I'm sorry, I don't have infinite time. I'm not going to call out names, but I think you know who I'm talking about, but whatever. If you didn't have the Alfieri, you could have spent like upwards of 25,000 tokens, which is really stupid, and if you got unlucky, it could have been even more. That shouldn't be right. The Sheeran event, I spent like 10,000 tokens, and I thought that was a lot. And I have my Sheeran at 5 stars, remind you. For the event, I got it to 4. I got 5 stars to the April Fool's event. So the Camaro was actually a pretty good choice, like I thought. You know what, I'm going to back out and type go. Come on, it won't let me click out. The update has this weird, really weird thing where you have to wait for all the message prompts to go away before you can make any control. Unless you press escape. Don Joe Unsong, yes, he even mentioned Furum. Furum made a fantastic video. I think I mentioned this last week, but if you haven't seen it, watch it. But I'm pretty sure most of you have, if not all. You too listening to do the hunt? I think most of us are. I don't want to. I'm taking actuarial mathematics right now. I don't have time for that. I barely have time to keep my YouTube channel alive. Will 360 ever win after 360 first? If you mean by will I give revenge, typically yes. If you intentionally 360 me, I will not make an effort to spare you. If it means I have to knock down you, I will do it without hesitation. That guy just spun in the first 10 seconds. So I don't know what he was thinking. He didn't mean to go that way, but okay. I didn't get the spin. Not good. Why is everybody going that way? The Griffin's not needed for the Senna event, which is good to know. Still, I'd like to get it at 2 stars, but I don't know if I can. Because you're limited in the car hunt races. The 80, and I'm not going to spend tokens, because that car seems useless to me. The Scat Pack, after all this time, after it got nerfed and everything, somehow it still reigns supreme. All hail the Scat Pack. That's the real king of the game for surviving this long. The soft launch. It's the only car from soft launch to remain really usable. Besides, obviously, like the Sheeran. But that was released after soft launch. It's a shame we never got to drive the pre-patch Scat Pack before Worldwide release. Because that was really broken from what I hear. More trade coins that we have to wait for this stupid message prompt. So now we're in the upper league, I believe. Yep, we can use the NSX, but first I'll use the 4GT actually, because memes. Let's go. Scat Pack, yeah, it's still generally the D-Class King. Credit max the F-Type. There's no use, it's a useless car. I think actually mine's already credit maxed. If not, it's very close, but I used it for an event, but they just forget about those cars. Asphalt 9's already starting to forget about the cars they release. Like, come on. How about the Zenvo? They just now gonna release it this update. What about the Targa? The Porsche Targa. Nobody cares about that car. The Alfieri only mattered when it came to the Jesko event. Otherwise, it was a really forgettable car. Same could be said about the Sinner one, really. J50. The thing is, the Senna is not even king. It's just gonna be a part of this, like, multiverse. They're like, instead of the MCU, Game Off's trying to create the ACU, the Asphalt cinematic universe. They first have to do the Jesko event, then they have to do the McLaren event, then they're gonna do a Zenvo event, and then they're gonna culminate it off with probably the Vanda, most likely, but whatever their Infinity War is. But you're gonna need the TVR, I bet, for the Zenvo's event. So you may not be able to worry about it now, but I guarantee you it will come back to bite you. Also, that 4GT dub, pretty good. Up 19 ranks. I'm not sure if that's good or bad, but we only had a few people in this lobby. And there's plenty of ranks to be gained. I'm gonna keep using it. Can I try the customization? Sure, now that we have some Lancer parts, and for some reason Game Loft gave a gift of the some random AMG part. I haven't even applied it. There's a car hunt. I already have it at 4 stars though. It's useless. It's the most immature thing ever. You're lucky that my mods never did anything to nuke with chat. They removed the possibility of special editions? I'm not sure, because remember there was decals in Asphalt 8, and that didn't stop special editions. Also, what was that? And this is also the same track. Don't spin. Hello, fellow comrade, don't spin. So we're going really fast now. I didn't pay attention to who else was in the race. Oh my god, it's so slow. He's gonna wait for the shockwave. Because everybody just wants to drift until they get the shockwave and then just ride out this like 4.5 millisecond nitro that this car has. How's he matching me in speed? I'm going like over 200. I don't think I'm going to be able to take P1, but let's see. Last turn. We're getting close to a free refill, actually. We're gonna hit one this stream. We can overkill the Apollo N if we wanted to. I'm gonna keep using the GT because what's the gap to Pro League? Is it 1200? Oh, it's only 1200. Let's try the Apollo N pass just for the memes. Well, obviously, Car Hunt Riot, yeah. And look at that, we got a 5-star Apollo in this race, so I think I made a pretty good call on that. They added, yes, now Asphalt goes to space, and at this point the direction that game's going, that's the only way it can go, is up. Is this multiplayer season only on Cairo? No, because we used the Camaro, but that's weird. We got the same Cairo track 3 times in a row. Oh my god, this NSX is being such a pain. I'm losing time to the other Apollo. What? Don't spin. Thank you. Somehow this NSX has managed to hold off the other Apollo for some reason. It's not going to stop me from flying through, though. Like I said, I don't have mercy for people. But it looks like I don't need to do anything. How long I've been streaming? We started at 9:30, so we've only been streaming for a little over half an hour. We're talking about all time. I've been streaming since like 2016, so this is my 4th year of streaming. I can't believe I've been streaming for 4 years. It doesn't feel like it. Also, wait, what happened to my rating? Did I go down? Wait. Hold up. I thought I was a lot closer than last race. Okay, that's weird. I guess I'll just keep going. Or can I not do math? That NSX is gonna win. Yes! Thank you very much, Arnab, for the 20 rupees. Appreciate it. That NSX is gonna win this race. I'm calling it right here. Apollo IE. I don't even want to open Asphalt 8 these days. Asphalt 8 will release their last update when Gameloft is like filing for bankruptcy, so like never. There'll always be another update, and I should have seen that coming. It seems like they're a lot more aggressive these days than what I'd imagined. They're more desperate. It's like, come on, it's Rookie League MP. There's nothing you should be murdering each other over. That being said, let's murder some people. Look at that, somebody already tried to ground 360. Come on. Racing with these people is a mess. It's like going online in an F1 lobby, but I even did F1 lobbies online yesterday. And I didn't get crashed into. There is less dodgy racing on Codemasters F1 Racing than in Asphalt 9. And how I said the NSX is going to win, I was wrong, because that winner is me. Extreme is better than Asphalt 8 in some aspects. Okay, so now we're at 1195. We're almost a pro. And we're almost to that refill. So let's keep using the Apollo, I guess. You know what? I couldn't skip out of it. Could I click? Yes, I can. Let's do a race with the Chiron since we're already going to get a refill. Might as well. It's a free race. Now you can use the Jesko, by the way, but I haven't peeked if anybody actually is using it. Let's see. There's a handful of people. What's top one? A Feek and a Koenigsegg Jesko and a 106, but I'm pretty sure a Sheeran can do a 106 as well. I don't know how much that is. See, Jesko obviously is the new king, but only the pay-to-win people. Pay thousands of tokens or use glitches or something. How to join legions? Be skilled and have a high rep count. Oh, stupid car blocking me. I hate when the AI does that. Got perfect run at a good time though. Why? The AI are so aggressive this time. Just to act completely stupid. Pretty wide there. Who was that? Gee, whoever that was, thank you very much for the donation. TS, TWL Slayer, 255. Thank you very much for that. I noticed you didn't become a member, you didn't renew. I don't know if you want to do that, but that's fine with me. It's your choice, but still appreciate you for supporting the channel. Alright, let's go back to multiplayer. We had our Chiron run. That was ruined by the stupid AI, but on multiple occasions, but whatever. How about that modified Chiron this week that broke the 300 miles an hour barrier? Impressive, but it didn't do what was officially the land speed record, which is like you have to do 2 runs and like there's a bunch of specs. It was a special modified Chiron, and I guarantee you Koenigsegg's gonna respond with something. Just like the last year, or was it 2 years ago? But whatever. It was when Bugatti had released their Chiron's top speed record of like what 270 something. And then like a week later, Koenigsegg comes in with their Agera RS and just smashes the record. It was the 0 to 400 to 0 record. I remember that. 2 people didn't connect. Massive F there. We're gonna win this race pretty easily. The Apollo N is just a great car. It's just been overshadowed by the Huracan. But I forgot this thing was actually half decent. Especially its top speed. Just have to drive it differently than any other car than what we're used to. The Huracan's kind of spoiled us. It's like driving the F1 cars in Asphalt 8 where you just kind of throw them anywhere and they will stick to the ground. Also, finally, we are in Pro League. Yay. So I didn't pay attention. I think we're using the Viper GTS and the P1. Since we're going to get a free refill, might as well use the P1. So let's do that. $181 viewers, nice. Apollo is 4 stars. Almost to 5, actually. We're kind of close. Because it's back in the good old days where the star requirements weren't as much. Which is sad, considering at the time we thought they were crazy amounts, and then it's like, oh, just wait and see how much it costs for a D-class car to get up to 4 stars. I hate that. That is like one of the dumbest changes ever. It is on par with when they increased the credit cost to upgrade a car exponentially in Asphalt 8. Because remember when maxing out an S-Class car was, and I know it's coincidence, but 420,000 credits. Blaze it. But now it will cost you like 5 million plus credits to max a car completely, plus the pro kits and potential token upgrades. 3 million just to apply the max upgrades, let alone the pro kits, but still, when they made that change, that was horrible. Because the game actually had a really good economy, and I just, gave a little revenge for that person who did the spin. Whoa, okay, don't kill me. But yeah, they drastically increased those prices. Again? That message wasn't read. I'll have to look at it later. Thank you very much, Invader, for the $1. Appreciate it. I need to add more donation cents. I know you guys love hearing Daniel Ricciardo, but like, come on. It loses the special value. So we gotta juice it up a little bit. I need to update that with some of the 2019 memes. Some more Alonso quotes or something. So what was the message? Koenigsegg doesn't respond in time, then SSC will because they've already proved that their car can haul ass. That is true. SSC's Tuatara is finally a real thing, so they can also potentially break the 300 mile an hour barrier. So let's keep going with the P1 since that's a solid car. You have 5 months of rush season. Summarize this game in 2 words. What rush season? Why can't they bring back Slipstream? That was actually, I know some people don't like it, but I liked Slipstream. That was a nice little touch. Spice things up a little bit. But no, it's just another rush season to waste everybody's time. On top of the super grindy events. We just came after the Koenigsegg Jesko event, where it has you grind like 45 races per stage. But like, go right from that to continuation of a 5-month streak of rush season. On top of that, a CVR car hunt. On top of grinding conditions for the Senna event. It's like, they never give us a break. And then they throw us a bone when it's way too late. If they did the last I Am in Control event where they gave some blueprints and some good payout of the Syndicate coins, if they did that like every couple of days instead of like the last weekend of the event when it was too late. Because realistically, who benefited from that event? Nobody. In terms of like getting to the Jesko. It just helps people get the specific cars like the Janetta or the 812 or maybe even the Gensi, but whatever. Also, we threw away first place with that, right? Slipstream with knockdowns. It increases the racing. I know people are like, oh, it's unfair because if I build a lead, then people are going to catch up to me. That's kind of the point. If you just run off, it's just basically extended time trial. And that's boring. If you want extended time trial, then just play the daily events. There's a lot wrong with this game. And like I said, I'd be amazed if this survives another year. Because the way they're going, they're murdering this game. I know technically Asphalt is still alive, but it really isn't. That game is messed up beyond repair. I don't know how people still play and grind out the R&Ds and stuff like that in Asphalt. It's just way too extreme. So nobody got killed there, just my speed. So it's just like getting knocked down. Look at this NSX going. They done to the NSX what they did to the Corvette, just like give it to everybody, and I don't think that's necessarily a problem. If you go into the Asphalt 9 subreddit, people always complain about the Corvettes and the NSX and stuff, but then they're the same people that moan about, come on Game Off, give us free everything. So I don't know what they want. This community is also really weird in terms of their demands. Also, I got really lucky not crashing there, but still that wasn't enough for P2 and even. We got a podium, so better than Hulkenberg. Unbreakable slipstream is bad. Unbreakable in general is bad because then people just block. If they want to ruin your race, they'll find a way. Asphalt has been dead for like a year and a half, honestly. It just took a while for it to weed everybody out. Also, I seem to have done better in my Apollo than I have in the McLaren. Maybe that's not by coincidence. But we'll see. We'll get a refill, though. The Rally Class in AX. I also liked... Pickup was pretty nice, even though if it was a bit broken. Truck was really fun, because it had, like, basically infinite nitro. And it's a train. Look at that clear lead. Oh my god, I got lucky there. Pretty good. And there's our refill. Level 76. We're slowly getting levels. I don't think I'll hit level 100, at least in... Unless I play this game for like 5 years, like Asphalt 8. I don't think I'll get 100. These last levels are really slow, and unless you gain a lot of rep, it's not happening. And I don't do that. So, how far are we to Elite League? We're 1263, we need 1400, as usual. But, let's see, what are we in? 988, we still have a lot of position to gain. Let's keep using the P1 for now. At least we have a lot to race in this season. Yeah, the unlimited fuel season was really nice. I just wish there was no fuel system, just like Asphalt. Like 2013 Asphalt 8, where there's no fuel, no commitment to grinding out events. This is Hawkspit That fixed the crash. Yeah, I actually installed it yesterday. I was having some issues too with the game crashing and stuff like that. Don't push me off into the water. That's an evil strategy. That was a good start, actually. People have sent it down the inside, but I'm gonna have a better exit. Woo! Oh my god, I had to maneuver around him. Oh, I'm gonna be screwed. Oh, come on. I guess I called it right there, but damn. I had the race win right there, and then he just had to spin. He had to Vettel it. That's a big F. I'm gonna throw in the F emoji there. Phil's at work right now. I know it's been 3 weeks without Phil, but like, you know, I'm like not gonna name names, but like he's really busy these days, just like me. I know it seems like I'm always able to make it on stream, but there's a reason I stream at 9 a.m. because I'm busy throughout the entire rest of the day. I don't need to. I could spare the details, but you know. I wake up anyway for the F1 qualifying, so this is like my only time slot before I really can get my day started. And I just punted that guy into oblivion. Let's continue. Blueprint cars being removed from Asphalt 8. It's weird, because blueprints have only been around for like 2.5 years, about. They still have really expensive pricing, so I honestly don't think it affects anything, really. But it was a nice alternative way to earn cars, without actually spending directly money. You did have to rely on luck to get the boxes, so at least there's a more direct way to purchase, but there was the store, like that, the exclusive deals where you can always grab some nice blueprints. Especially for credits. And then the assembly cups were always nice. But I think, honestly, Game Alpha accomplished their goal. Their accomplished goal, they put in blueprints to test out how it would react in their Asphalt main series to demo it for Asphalt 9. And obviously, they figured out that people, they don't hate blueprints. They didn't necessarily like them, but it was acceptable to move forward with blueprints. And then Asphalt 9 launched. It's been a year, so they're like, okay, we don't need to demo blueprints anymore, so they take them out. It's also why Asphalt Extreme had that more extreme blueprint system. That's why it was called Extreme, not because of the rally racing, it was because of the loot box RNG blueprint system. So, there you have it. That's my take. I kind of messed up that start there. Hopefully that won't bite me back. Yeah, very close to the barrier there. And he crashed, and I went left because instinctively, and he rage quit. At least it's not 2 laps. Yeah. You have a poor connection with who? Who am I having a poor connection to? There's only one person in the race. Anyway, we gained a nice, cool 8 ranks. Still about 100 away from Elite, so I don't think, unless there's like an 8-player loaded lobby that I happen to win. Unless the Viper can pull out a surprise, but you never know. The Viper's a good car, but I don't know if it can outpace the P1 and the Apollo. Yeah, we'll switch to the Viper next, and then after that we'll use the Apollo, and then we'll move on. I really don't want to do the rest season though, but I guess I'm gonna have to be stuck doing it. It sucks for people like who don't have the Fenner because it's really hard to get a Fenner blueprint nowadays. It used to be weekly. You can get that car to 6 stars kind of easily if you were skilled enough. But now it's like, if you don't have the time and patience, you aren't going to unlock the Fenner. And it really screws you for like the Tryon and Egoista events. So the economy's kind of screwed in that way. That's just how it is. Up, James got beamed right there. That's the rip. I'm gonna go right, because I think I have to, with all these Apollos. Ooh. I had to try something. Can I make the comeback commence? Got 3 people that crashed out, besides me. P1 to crash. And not my P1. Whatever's in first. Come on, see if I can make any last second moves. I think we're just a little too late. Just a little too late. Yeah, I drove a good end to that race, but fortunately. We got 11 though. That's pretty good, but not what I need. Also, we got a gold pack here. Gonna be Trey coins. Yep. Back out. Okay. So now we got 92 ranks, 9 races basically. The Arner advantage. I'm definitely gonna go for it. You already get a few free blueprints, but 1 star is basically my goal. I don't know how much longer I can tolerate this system, though. Not seeing him quitting anytime soon, but you already have the BP cards, you can keep them. Forza Horizon again? I don't know, I'm kind of bored of that game. The updates haven't been really appealing. I know they're like the most popular racing game right now with like so many active players, but like I'm just kind of bored. After the last update, really, I stopped caring. Forza seems to like die off in a year. It gets to this weird period where they keep adding content, but like it's, I don't know, I've already explored everything there is. I've done the entire career mode, I've done all the stories, I've done the Lego expansions. But like, that was a very tricky situation there. It's still going. What the hell is this race? whatever it is that hasn't gotten me a win. Secured first place for whoever that is. Let's see if I can steal P2. Yeet! We stole P2. Pretty good. 17. We could have gotten 30 with that win, though. Need for Speed Heat. Personally, I think that game's gonna flop. I know people are getting really excited, but this happened the last 2 Need for Speeds in a row. People get really excited, and then the game flops. I expect nothing. If the game is really good, then that'll be a pleasant surprise. If the game is shit, like I think it's gonna be, well, then what do you expect? It's EA. But we'll see about that. I think they're gonna get EA beamed, definitely. It's just a matter of time. Alright, another good race that we could potentially do well in. Caribbean. Ooh, oh, we're starting in the back. Oh, this might be tricky. Right here. Our son right now! They're trying to do the same thing Cross does in Most Wanted 05 with everyone. Thing is, in 2005 that was acceptable. In 2019, that's just silly. Nobody takes that seriously. Especially when you have a Volvo as the cover car. I mean, I get it, it's the Polestar, whatever, but it's a Volvo. It's like the Kia Stinger. Yeah, it's a sport car, but it's a Kia. Like, come on. I don't think anybody goes and puts a poster of a Kia Stinger on their wall. Okay, I took that way too far to the right. Okay. First crash behind me. Not in front like I need. The Viper hasn't been doing me too good. I need the P1 back. I need my 918. I've been able to use it that much. Because they kind of forgot about that car's existence. Perfect run? No. Can I do something to steal this at the end? P3? P3, I guess. Okay, that's not terrible. We'll get like... Okay, 4. Marco's making a charge though. Maybe I should switch to the Apollo. I think I'll do that, because the Apollo seems to be doing better. And my Apollo's higher ranked, so I think I have a better shot. Even though it's 4 stars, I was able to do well. So. And then of course we get a 2-person lobby, so we'll get like 4 rank on this one. And both of those are 5 stars, and I think the left one is maxed, so I'm gonna get screwed, especially Himalayas. Yeah, the more I look at that starting grid, the more I worry. Surprise mechanics. They're ethical, totally. Not like we extort children for money. Viper then P1? Yeah, I'm thinking that too. I used the P1 because of refill, but then we got the refill and I should have switched to the Viper then. But I guess I thought it was way too competitive to start using the Viper. And now I've missed that mark. I should probably chill back and wait for these guys to see if they can kill each other. That's probably the most sensible move. Instead of going in myself, because overtaking is kind of sketchy. Although I've just made a pass for P2. So, who knows? We're pretty much maxed, besides the epic import parts for 4-star. And also I missed that blue nitro, so that's not good. Have mercy on me, please. Okay, basically last turn here. I need to drift for Shockwave, because that's the only way I'm going to be able to execute an overtake. Too much. Let's see, Valtteri, it's James this one. I couldn't land perfectly. Yep, no James there, but I got P2, so that's fine. And we got equal, so that didn't kill us, but that was a rip to a fuel. That we lost him, we got no refill for that, so rip there. We have to keep using the Apollo. But unfortunately, I feel like our journey ends in 3 races because we can't do anything else with the Viper. Unless I get some good lobbies. 5 people. And another 4,000 ranked Apollo. Looks like another 4-star though, so let's see. Oh, we're starting in the back. Rip. Rip. Unfortunately, because you guys complained too much, we don't do the reviews where you get to keep the cars anymore. You get a test drive event. And I'm sure you've seen Firum's recent video about the Max Senna. That is basically what we've been doing for about, since the beginning of the year, really. Since the Sheeran event. We'll do they'll open up a limited time event just to the YouTubers to access. Where we get to test drive the cars, but not keep them. Because that's what you guys wanted, remember. That's what you asked for. And there are people that still complain, but whatever. But no, I can't do a Max Jesko review. It's not like Asphalt where you can kind of cheese it. And choose which cars you just want to max and not do the event for. Can't steal P1 in the last corner? No. Another good P2 finish though, but it's not going to give me 40 rank. It'll give me 11. We're making very small inroads, but it's not going to be enough to get elite this stream. I don't want to spend tokens on a refill. Those 3 other events, I'll just tell you right now, one of them is a test drive for the Aranero, one's for the Vantage, and one's for a Senna. That's the maxed Senna that Firum has. I have that event too. But technically I'm supposed to be using that for a video, not to show off, because then you guys will complain. And I'm not saying you guys, but the Discord and subreddit. Which is the most vocal. Oh, we got James and Marcos. So maybe I can get some rank here, but not really, because it's only 2 other opponents. Remember Toyota, illegal street racing? Nerds. That was so funny. I don't get why. I get they want to support Japanese car brands, and GT Sport. It's Gran Turismo. It's not a full-on sim. Yes, it's endorsed by the FIA, but not the same thing. People go into GT Sport to become real esport drivers. Nobody goes in Need for Speed and be like, I'm gonna rob a bank and steal a car, drag race, all this crap. If anything, the Fast and Furious movies are equally responsible for that. Also, James also quit again, so I'm racing Marcos in a P1. I'm gonna have a speed advantage, but not by much. What? F. Big F there. So I just ruined that all by myself. And I don't think Marcos is gonna James this one. No, he isn't. So that's a rip. -6. Yeah, GTA 5 has got better treatment than Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah, good race, Marcos. It's just I'm terrible at driving, so. The Hasaria King, I don't know. I feel like it's where the Venser is. You know, great top speed. It has great top speed. Good handling, okay acceleration, but Nitro's pretty bad. Okay, so we're not going to be able to get, what, 70 rating in this race, but who knows. We could pull off some surprises here. P1's going to be the favorite, though. Although, just like Mercedes always says, Ferrari's faster than us. And look where that's put them. They should secure the Constructors' Championship like it's Singapore. Again, James, why can't he race me? Every time we get in a lobby, it always disconnects. Is it because of my university Wi-Fi that he can't connect here? That should be the win. Finally, we get a win here. What? Okay. I thought I almost lost there. That was too close for comfort, but 18 naked cowboys. 18 ratings. We're at position 150. That's about as far as I can get. Obviously, well, not obviously, but I don't think the Viper's good enough to get there. And we'll be pushing the top scores. Look, it's all bunched up. Not many people actually crossed the 1400 barrier, so... Take it as you will. Hector, look at that! P2, Hector! Get in there. Get in there, Louis. I'm gonna take a break for events. I guess we'll do more TVR grinding, because why not? Give ourselves a breather. And then we'll do a little bit of rest season, and then I think I'll end it. I don't know why, I just got really, like, tired all of a sudden. I haven't had coffee today, so that might be why. I need coffee. Also hungry. Should go get breakfast. I don't know if that route's faster or Joe doing the drop is faster. .26.666. I think that's my new lap record, actually. So, there you go. And we got a blueprint from that. Is that a record? Yes, it is. That's a new lap record. 666. How about that? See, I usually, because university doesn't open breakfast till like 10 a.m. Quali is never on after that time, so I get up at like 7:30. Watch quali from 8 to 9, and then I scurry and set up the stream. That's why sometimes I delay it a little bit, because if somebody crashes, or gets a red flag, or Kimmy, you know. If something happens where the session gets red flagged, I get set back quite a long time. .612, so immediately getting rid of that. I think I can not spin anywhere really in that race and improve. See if we can get to under 10. I feel like I can get to 2 stars with the TVR, with my 3-star Janetta. That gave a lot of hope. So Figure 184, not bad today. Q3 again. Who do you think's gonna win tomorrow? I think Charles is gonna do it again. Get Ferrari their first Monza win since 2010. Yeah, that was a bad start, but... It's a 27. Oh, this is the start. Yeah, I think Charles is gonna do it. Unless it rains. If it rains, I think Lewis is gonna win. But I think Charles is gonna win it again. Podium, I'd predict probably Charles, Hamilton, Vettel. If Seb wins, I'll be really happy, but I don't think he's gonna do it. I think Charles has been on fire the last few races. Bar Germany and Hungary, he's been really, really good. Seb's only had a few outstanding performances. Canada, Austria, Germany, and kind of Hungary. That's pretty much it. In 2018, he had more wins than good races in 2019. Okay, that's about as good as my race can go. That's going to be a 26.5. That's pretty good. I know if he can probably get under 26, but whatever. Ricardo podium, that would be crazy, but you know what? If enough people crash out, if we have like a Singapore 2017 start where we take out 3 cars in the first 2 seconds, Ricardo could be on for a podium. Unless he's the one that ended up in that sandwich. But you know what? There's a Ferrari on pole and a Ferrari in P4, so anything can happen. Around this time last year, though, was when the inevitable Singapore sandwich was created. I remember I was a senior in high school. I'm like, oh my god, Seb's on pole. This is going to be it. He's going to take back the championship this race. And it all went to shit. And it's never been the same. I know people are like, oh, he died at Germany 2018. Oh, he died at Bahrain this year. No, he died at Singapore 2017. That was when we lost God tier 7. So that ended his 2017 fight. And then Ferrari did what they do best, which is mess up the rest of the car. And then it's just shambles from there. I miss when Seb was in his 2014 swing of God tier drives. He was good in 2018, but 2017 and 2015 were like his best years. At Ferrari, at least. So here we go, rush season again. I'm gonna do this for like 10 minutes because I really hate rush season. You guys know my position already on this. It's stupid. It's a waste of time, especially for me who already has a maxed Fenner. I have no point in trying to get top 3,000 in this event. So I'm just here to collect my tokens and be on with it. We'll do what we can. I also heard that they dropped the race win gain per race. I hope that made sense. They dropped the amount of rating you gain by a few points, which really sucks. So that slows down progression even further. Personally, doesn't really affect me because I don't give a shit about this season, but, you know. This is just not a good formula for competitive multiplayer. Nico Rosberg. Nico Rosberg. Yeah. He's like Jack Villeneuve of the 2010s. Always stirring shit. And it's like, yeah, we know. You won 1 championship. And then you became irrelevant after that. Just like Villeneuve. But, yeah, basically he just likes to talk shit about Vettel and Verstappen. Praise Lewis. And it's like, we get it. You drove for Mercedes. We get it. You won a championship. From good reliability and your engine not exploding in Malaysia. But, like, come on. I actually liked his YouTube content before he turned into a cringy vlogger who just makes clickbait. Oh yeah, what if Max was in that Q3 session? He probably would have crashed into a few people. I think he's the only person who ran away instantly after winning the title. Because like there's people who retired after winning the title like Prost, but Prost already had 4 titles then. And then, you know, what, Jackie Stewart already was going to retire at the end of his last championship. Who else left after championship year? Damon Hill, kind of. But I think he got fired from Williams after winning the championship with them. And he still raced on for a couple more years. Got a win even in 98. I can't think. Sort of Nigel Mansell, but then he came back in 94. He didn't retire from racing. I guess Mansell was the only person really who quit after winning a title, but then he came back, so. But Mansell doesn't shit stir, he just got this big old mustache. Yeah, I ran out of fuel in the second season, so we're just using scat pack grinding. Look at all these Lotuses. Is it worth going for Senna? Not really. It's kind of a useless car. If you love the Senna, go for it, but you're going to need the Vantage and the Husaria for it, which is going to take a lot of tokens. Hakkinen took a sabbatical in 2001. He could be signed to McLaren next year. No. He still stuck around. He almost won 2000, and then he quit in 01. Talk about, like, instantly. Scheckter. Did he? I thought... Was Pironi and Ferrari in 1980? I know Villeneuve was, but... I forget. Lando. That was really sad, his engine blew up. He just made way for Albon to get 5th. I gotta say, Albon did pretty well. I just spiked that Elise. Absolute spiked him. That was just an unfortunate situation. But, no. Norris, rip. The McLaren engine is back. But I gotta say, Albon did really solid in Belgium. Better than Gasly has done all season long, so I think he might keep his seat, actually. I think he might score a podium at some point this year. Come to think of it, did Albon even set a time in qualifying? I think he got double screwed because lap got red flagged because of Kimi crashing, and then he didn't make it to the line. Yeah, I think Albon has no time set. So he got really screwed over in qualifying. But what are you gonna do? Are we in silver yet? No, we're still in bronze. 2 more races. 2 more races. I think I'm gonna end this at 11 because I'm kind of tired. And I want food. I guess kind of both. I don't know. I'm not really angry, I'm just disappointed, because I'm not at all surprised. This is what you fully expect when you trust Gameloft to get things right. They don't. They never do. But, I don't know. They just threw this potential of this game down the toilet. It's 11:57. Where are you? I am in Peoria, which is where my university is. So I'm at university right now, in my dorm room. I was here last year. Same room. I do play Forza Horizon 4, but not as much as I used to when it first came out. I pretty much did what there is to do in Horizon. I like the series, it's just, I don't know. It needs emotion. Forza Horizon 1 had some emotion, but I miss playing TDU 2. That's my favorite open world racing game ever created. It's kind of a niche, cheesy game with terrible physics. And the servers have been dead for like 6 years, maybe longer, but that was fun. I love TDU 2. The best race ever was Germany 2019. Of the ones I've watched, like, of being an F1 fan, and I've watched every race since Monza 2017, like, in a row. I've watched a couple, like, one-off races, but I haven't become a dedicated fan since Monza 2017. Yeah, this will complete. I've been an F1 fan officially for 2 full years, which is pretty cool. Oh, I forgot. It's the rock turn. Okay. But yeah, the best race I've ever watched was Germany 2019. I do have F1 TV. I subscribed to it last week, right before Belgium, so I did watch actually a couple of classic races. I really liked Malaysia 2015 for obvious reasons. Canada 2011 was really good. That was another one I really enjoyed. Canada 2011, Brazil 2012. I did watch a little bit of Suzuka 2005, but just like the crucial parts. Mostly the last lap. But I haven't watched Spa 98. I still have to get through a lot of like classic F1 races. You know what I mean? Okay, I'll do one more race because we're in silver. We'll do one more, just to send off and end the stream. This will be the last race of the stream, and then I'm gonna go get off in the morning, eat food, all that stuff. Valencia 2012. Yeah, that's another one I have to watch. Sad for a Vettel fan, but Michael Schumacher's last podium, so you gotta be there. Brazil 08, I did watch that in full because F1 posted the entire race on their YouTube channel. That one was really fun. I just haven't watched that on F1 TV yet. But no, Canada 2011 was really good, actually. Like I said, Brazil 2012. What else did I watch? Brazil 2016, Spain 2016, Baku 2017, Hungary 2015. I forgot. That one was actually really good too. Hungary 2015. I watched that in full last week. I haven't watched Hungary 2014. I need to watch that one because that one's another classic. Best race of 2014. Belgium 2008, that's another one I'm missing. Baku 2018. I think Baku 2017 was crazier. Baku 2018 was only stepped up because of Red Bull's binning it. Baku 2017, you had Felipe Massa almost take the lead of the race at one point. Massa. Kevin Magnussen almost got a podium. Hulkenberg almost got a podium. Stroll got his podium. He almost got second. That was a bonkers race. Fuji 07, I gotta watch that one. That was the one where Seb took out Mark Webber before they were even teammates. Okay, so that's going to be it for this stream. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I know I'm ending it kind of earlier than what you're used to, but I really am bored of Rush Season. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. Again, I kind of want to dedicate this to Antoine Hubert, even though I never mentioned his name before, but it was truly a tragedy that we lost him. So, that being said, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully, his death doesn't go in for nothing. Hopefully they improve something. And hopefully Korea recovers well. I hope he does well too. So, my sensitivity is 55, I believe. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Bye-bye.